What's up, Miss Andrea? What's going on? As you guys can see, I am at one of my favorite places. Decided that for my cardio today, I had a lot on my mind, but I figured I would just come out here. Um, Figured I would just come out here to clear my mind. Sometimes, getting outdoors, especially when you're processing things in your life, processing the weight. Bear with me, y'all. Blessings to you, Mrs. Edna. Sometimes, hold on one second. I'm going to flip the camera around for a few minutes. But sometimes, it's good to get outdoors. I always tell people, when you feel depressed, when you feel overly emotional, you know, get outdoors. I believe that there's something about just being in nature that can soothe one's soul. In fact, a lot of times when Jesus felt disturbed, when he didn't feel at peace, when he didn't understand, why his life was playing out the way that it was playing out. Well, even when he didn't really want to sacrifice himself, the Bible tells us on so many occasions. Hold on, y'all. The Bible tells us on so many occasions, that he oftentimes retreated to the wilderness. But came out here because I was just processing a lot of things that have happened, right? And processing my own waiting phase. And as I got out here, I wasn't too sure about if it would be too cold, if wasn't sure. I just knew that I needed to come out here. I was having one of those moments. I don't know if you guys have ever had one of those moments in your waiting phase where you want to cry but you can't cry. Anybody ever been there? Anybody ever been there? Well, the pressure, and sometimes it's not even the pressure. Sometimes it's just feelings of being overwhelmed, right? And you really just be wanting to cry your eyes out. You really be trying to. And nothing comes out. Not one thing. Not one thing comes out. That was me a few minutes ago. This morning's broadcast was so very powerful. God's presence was there. Hey, Visha, how y'all doing, Mrs. Garcia? God's presence was there on this morning's broadcast, and for those that didn't catch it, you want to catch it. But I was having one of those moments. Oh Lord, these geese. Hold on, y'all. It's muddy, so if y'all see me run, y'all already know what it is. Hopefully I don't drop my phone. I have to come back for it, because look at the thing. But I was having an emotional moment. If I can just be totally transparent, and I wanted to cry, but I could not cry. But, it was just a pressure. Somebody type in that word. The pressure of being overwhelmed, the feeling of being drained, and the weight itself. And so I got out here, and I just knew that God was going to say, all right, you can cry now. You can cry now. You can bawl your eyes out now. I felt defeated. But as I got out here, the pressure of being overwhelmed, perfect wording. But as I got out here, I tried to sit down, walked into a spider web, so I really couldn't get comfortable because I'm trying to get the spider web off of me. And I knew that in that moment, God was saying, you need to walk. Child, you just need to walk. But as I got out the car, and I just looked at the water, it was so calm out here. I heard the Lord so very clearly say, trust me in the wait. Come on. I need somebody to type that in. Trust him in the wait. And like in that moment, it dawned on me that like so many of us, for some of us, is one area that you really need to see God move in. If you're like me, it's several areas, and you feel like you are just at your wit's end. You feel as though, God, I'm trying so hard to hold on. I'm trying so hard to not throw in the towel. And you just get to a point where, it's like, what else can I do but cry? And a lot of times the tears that we want to cry that we can't cry, the reason why we can't cry those tears is because a lot of times they're tears of defeat. Give me a one if that's you. Sometimes they're tears that say, God, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm giving up. And so a lot of times when we feel that way, God won't let us cry, especially when he knows that victory is our portion. And I don't know who needed to hear this. Maybe some of you guys are waiting and believing God for some things. But what I do hear the Lord saying is to trust him in the wait. Hi. What I do hear the Lord saying, trust him in the wait. Trust him when it gets hard. Trust him when you feel like you are absolutely down to nothing. I mean, no plays left. And even if you had a play left, sometimes you get to a point where you have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, right? Trust him still in the wait. Because a lot of times it's at those moments where you do feel defeated, right? It's at those moments where you do feel like throwing in the towel. That relief comes. So I knew that when God was telling me, to trust him in the wait, I knew when he wouldn't let me bawl my eyes out like I really wanted to do, eyes watering and everything, but the tears won't come out. I knew that what God was essentially saying is, your relief is coming, right? And relief is something that looks totally different for everybody. For some people, relief is an opportunity, right? Maybe it's with your business. For some people, relief looks like an open door. Whether it's God opening the door to a new job, to a new apartment, a new house, new city, new state. For some people, the relief that you need, is financially. Maybe you say, Apostle, I got bills and they are just literally stacked. I'm beyond at my max. The Lord would have me tell you, your relief is coming. Come on. Maybe it's a court case. I hear you, Lord. And it just seems as though it's a lingering battle. Lingering. Maybe it doesn't look favorable. And you feel like, Apostle, I've done all that I can do. The Lord would have me to say to you, your relief is coming. The tides are turning. I was really feeling like giving up. I just felt like one of those feelings where you almost don't have words. One of those feelings where it's like, God, I don't even know how to express what I'm feeling. But hearing God tell me that, somehow it encouraged me to know that he's still here. He's still present. He sees how we feel. I mean, I was having one of those moments where I'm like, God, I got to get a tattoo. You told me to do that. If that happens, I got to work out. I just felt like I had so much on my plate, and I, for once, felt like, God, I'm exerting all of this energy, and nothing is happening. Anybody ever felt that way? God, I feel all the pressure of all these things. Felt like I was losing my fight. Like, God, rent is coming up, and you're requiring so much. The way that you're having me move, right? I felt like, God, the way that you're having me move is just, it's low-key stressing me. Because the thing I'm worried about, you got me moving in a way that makes me feel like you're not concerned about it. Anybody ever felt that way? Like, God, I got things that I need you to do. I'll turn this around till I get back out. Right? But it seems like, God, even though I'm concerned about this thing, the instructions that you're giving me are not for the thing I'm concerned about. That was me. That was me. Like, Lord, I'm working overtime and nothing is happening. Nothing is shifting. In fact, the area that, been worried about, you get to a place where you're like, Lord, it just seems like I'm even more worried as the time goes on. But I knew that when God was telling me to trust him in the wait, deep down I knew that what he was saying was, I got you. Not only is relief coming, but I knew that what he was saying was, I've got you, child. And honestly, I really wasn't in the mood to broadcast this. Sometimes I have those moments just like you guys where you're in a funk and you want to sit there. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to be vulnerable about it. You just want to sit there. But the same way you guys see me fighting, even if fighting doesn't look like my version of fighting, right? I encourage you guys to stay in the race too. God doesn't require that we are perfect. He doesn't require a perfect faith because there is no such thing as a perfect faith. But what he does require is that we don't give up. And that even though in the moments where we feel like it's too much, too hard to bear, even in the moments where the weight is just downright unbearable, what he does require is that we show up with the best that we've got. What you guys have been seeing me do is one, showing up with the best I got. Going until I feel like I can't go anymore, and then going some more. But every single time I felt this way, God has shifted it. Every single time I've ever felt that way, God has shifted it. So I shared all of this to just be some encouragement to those of y'all that are waiting just like me. Those of y'all that feel like you are at your wit's end just like me. Those of you guys that feel like you have nothing left to give, nothing left to do, no more cards to play. To stay in the race. That's it. That's it. And so even now there's a piece here that's here. And even a deeper revelation is a lot of times, like, when we get in those funks, when we feel overwhelmed, feel defeated, feel weary, sometimes it gets hard to obey God in those periods of time. And a lot of times what we do is we want to fight with God concerning what he's requiring of us when we feel that way. But the thing of the matter is that obedience always makes you feel better. I kind of fought with God concerning like going live again because I didn't feel like it. I'm like, God, just this morning I was fine. And then now I'm just feeling drained, weary. And he gave me the reminder that obedience, Jesus, is always so much better than sacrifice. And that's the broadcast. That is the broadcast. Whew. To those of y'all that feel led to sow, the seed title is Don't Give Up. The seed title is Don't Give Up. That is our seed title. Don't give up. The ministry goal right now is 100. That is the ministry goal right now. That's the number that the Lord gave me. The funds are just going towards helping me be obedient at doing what God told me to do. And that is going to get my sleeve, my tattoo finished. That's it. And I'm being totally transparent. Some people, some religious spirits may be like, well, God say don't tattoo your body. Listen, I don't go back and forth with God. Just do what he say do. That's it. That is it. This month has been more than rough on me this year. But this month has just been like, oh, can I just get a break, Abba? And a lot of times when we feel that oppressed, because that's how I felt, oppressed this month. I felt the times like, God, my obedience is not paying off. It don't look like it's paying off. I thought the storm was over, God. But even still, I'm forever grateful. I am forever grateful. And so, y'all, that's the broadcast. That is the broadcast. And that's it, man. I don't have anything else to say but that. I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful. Forever grateful. So, to those that are sowing into just the ministry goal, maybe you don't feel led to sow into this particular word, just ask that you label it paid in full. And I think another thing that kind of got me is that it really heightened the funk that I felt I was in earlier. Hey, blessings to you, Pastor Ron. Was God saying to call my mother for help? And I did not want to call. I still have not called her. I'm just going to be real. But that's the ministry goal, 100. That's it. That is the goal. That is the need at this moment. And so that's it, y'all. To those that feel led to sow, you guys can sow. By the way, just an update. I did take that individual that we blessed, the ministry work to bless. From those of you guys that sowed, I did give her the blanket, the comforter, and the space heater. And the woman almost was in tears. She was almost in tears at just the goodness of God. And so I had to update you guys because I hadn't updated you guys on that. But I did give it to her, and she was, like I say, she was almost in tears. And I helped her put it on her bed, and that was that. And so that was one thing that we did do this this month, and I'm really, really happy about, really, really happy that, you know, we could be the light for somebody else that was in need. And so, yeah, she is feeling better. She's feeling way better. And that's a blessing in itself. And so that is it. I love y'all. I am rooting for you guys. And so till next time, y'all. Peace.